Welcome, beautiful souls. In today's fast paced world, our homes can either restore us or it can drain us. But what if our homes become our sanctuary? In today's video, I would be sharing with you certain things that we need to keep in our mind to transform our living spaces into our sanctuaries where our soul breathes. So, just picture your husband in a scenario where he's dealing with a lot of chaotic environment in his workplace, a lot of deadlines to be met for his projects, and your kids on the other hand are also having tough time, trying to be competing with their classmates, with the kind of studies, the academic pressure that they have to face. So when they are, amidst all these chaotic situations or this kind of pressure, what is it one thing that they'll be craving for? Absolutely. The peace of mind, a place where they can come and feel rejuvenated, where they can feel the peacefulness and calmness. That is a place where they really feel like relaxing. That place for them is home, their home. Now let's just understand and be practical. A husband goes out and earns for the family. He tries to get all the luxury for the family. He provides whatever is needed for his family. The kids, on the other hand, they're doing their duty by studying well, studying hard, and trying to make themselves fit enough to take up a career and make a life for themselves. As a homemaker, what's our duty? Our duty is to create a space for them where they can come back and be relieved from all the chaotic environment that they have faced the entire day and all the pressure that they have had. And that kind of peacefulness and that kind of space can be created by us homemakers only when we are having that kind of peacefulness within us, because we cannot give what we do not have, right? So, in today's video, let us learn the simple ways in which we can create that calmness, that peacefulness within us so that we can generate that kind of energy throughout our living spaces and welcome our family people to their own sanctuary. And of course, make your own living space your own sanctuary first. So let's try and understand and explore how we can do that. Hi, I'm Vaishnavi and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about homemaking. And I firmly believe that homemaking is not just about cleaning and organizing your house. While that is, of course, an important part of homemaking, it is also about, how well we take care of ourselves emotionally, how well we are grounded. And my channel is completely dedicated to this holistic approach for homemaking. So if you are interested in such kind of contents, then please do consider to subscribe to my channel and become a part of this beautiful community. So without any further ado, let's start today's video. This is the first and foremost thing that we need to acknowledge as homemakers, and that is the fact that your home holds energy. Yes, there is energy that is present everywhere in the household. So it is not just about your style that your house reflects about you, it is also your state of mind that is told in the kind of energy that is in your house. So, how do you feel when you enter your house? Do you feel calm or do you feel very overwhelmed? That is something that you need to understand and work within and understand internally what exactly are the vibes of your house. And only when you acknowledge that this is the kind of energy, it's that point where you can start working on that. So as I said, we need to have something within us in order to contribute or share it with others. So make sure that you are free of any physical clutter and emotional as well. So try and let go of things that don't serve you any longer, be it on a physical level or emotional level. That to a great extent will clear the energy within your house. So as I said in the beginning itself, we need to first work on ourselves in order to create that kind of energy around us, so that when that kind of energy is established in my living space, that is the exact kind of energy that will welcome people from outside. So make sure that you have that kind of energy, that calming and that peaceful energy needs to come from within, and that energy needs to radiate within the house. And I would like to emphasize on this particular point, that is to declutter. Declutter on a physical level, declutter on an emotional level, and then see the magic happening in your house. So, yes, let's all keep it in our mind that our homes hold energy, and we are responsible to maintain the quality of that energy. We take many things for granted, or maybe we have it in the back of our mind that these things are important, but end of the day we really don't implement it, or maybe we take it for granted, as I said in the beginning. So it's very important that we have a very mindful approach towards everything. And when it comes to senses, as homemakers, we need to be absolutely mindful. Just try out all these things and you will really see a difference in your day to day life. So when I say sensory experiences, that means that we need to acknowledge the senses. We need to give that kind of importance to the senses. Let's begin with, let there be soft lighting around us rather than the harsh bulbs. It will make a difference. Try it out. Then let's next, focus more about having fresh flowers around us, around the house, and also try and include indoor plants. That kind of brings life inside the house. These are very small things, which, as I said, we take it for granted, but mindfully, if we practice all these things, it certainly makes a great difference in our households. Then let's come to the fact that when we are cooking a meal for our family, let us try and maybe in the background play some instrumental music, some calming music that really adds that kind of environment and that kind of the peaceful approach towards the cooking that I'm doing. So that can be one thing. And when I'm folding the laundry, the same thing, I can listen to something very nice. It can also be some positive podcasts which can be played in the background. So what I'm trying to emphasize is on the point that we need to give importance to the senses. We should just not take it for granted, or we should not just do our tasks during the day in a very monotonous way. Rather, let's try and be mindful, and let's understand these senses are so vital, and it plays an important role in creating a good energy around us in the house, and that will contribute in making our homes our sanctuary. Holistic homemaking, or the art of transforming your living spaces into your sanctuary, is not just about perfection. It's about creating peacefulness and bringing about the mindfulness in your day to day activities. We take certain things for granted, we just do it as a mere task. As a homemaker, I have done it many times. Like, I consider cooking just as another task, but then if I start considering this particular cooking the meal for my family as not as a task, but if I consider it as an act of love, as a gesture of providing healthy nutrition to my family that will make them healthy, both emotionally and physically, and if I feel that it's garnished with my love, you know the entire approach towards it in my own mind will change, and that's the kind of energy that will transform many things around me. So when I bring that kind of attitude within me, that kind of approach towards it within me, then I'm certainly going to radiate that kind of energy around me as well. Then let's consider the mundane task of folding the laundry. Now, if I don't just consider it just as folding of laundry, just another task, but if I consider as an act of mindfulness, then the whole, the approach towards that will change in my mind. And I will not find it as just another task, or maybe I may not and try and postpone the task for that matter. If I understand that if I invest this kind of time in folding the laundry, and at the same time, if I do it with mindfulness, maybe I'll start enjoying the job, I'll start enjoying the task. So, this is a kind of transformation of energy within me that will radiate around me, and that is going to change. That will change and transform the kind of energy that my house is carrying. And last but not the least, even the simple thing like lighting of candle during the dinner time can change an ordinary event like a dinner into something like, a ritual. Like I can make it my habit and make it a little more interesting. So all these things, all small things which, at times we take it for granted, but if we do it with complete mindfulness and if we change the approach, uh, towards that particular task, then it will really change many things around us. So yeah, we should give it a try and try and understand holistic homemaking in its true essence. Just like a ship needs an anchor, we as human beings also need a kind of an anchor during our day to day mundane tasks. And that, let us term it as a spiritual anchor. And as homemakers, we need it the most, because during the day we go through so many ups and downs and so many emotions to deal with and all the challenges that we have to face. So there has to be something like a spiritual anchor that will keep us peaceful. It can keep us stable. So it can be anything like, at the end of the day, like when you're winding up your day and you're about to sleep, you can have a journal and just finish your journaling and place it on the nightstand. Then this can also be ways in which, you can have a small altar, a nice place, a nice consecrated place wherein you can offer your worship, your prayers. It will basically work exactly like the anchor, and it will kind of stabilize you from within. So it is needed. We take all these things for granted, as I pointed out even earlier. So instead of taking these things for granted, let us put more focus on such things. And it's not just about offering prayers or maintaining a journal. It can also be as simple as, having your own cozy place in your house wherein you can sit, breathe, have your own introspection, and literally take out the time for your own introspection. Have that kind of talk, self talks. All these things will add up in building you up from within, and that will certainly help you in radiating that energy that your home literally requires out of you. So yes, I would never take this particular aspect of homemaking for granted, which is very much necessary when it comes to the spiritual requirement of a soul. So, yeah, it's rightly termed. Let's call it spiritual anchor. So, my beautiful souls, the next time you walk through your home, just ask one question to yourself: is my home nourishing my soul? Very important question. And I highly encourage we all ask ourselves this vital question in our life: is our home nourishing our soul? And the answer of that will literally meet all the requirements that is needed to make our home a sanctuary. It's not about perfection, as told earlier. It's not about perfection. Holistic homemaking is not about perfection. It's about not forgetting the small things, or not taking those small things for granted, and celebrating life in a way that we are more mindful and we are more concerned about achieving peace and not perfection. That is something that I wanted to convey through this video. If this resonated with you, then please do consider to hit that like button, and please share it with your family and friends if you find it convincing. And that's all about it in today's video. Let's meet in our next video, and I'll come up with more such ideas in order to achieve the idea of holistic homemaking. Until then, take care of yourselves, and a very happy homemaking to one and all. Thank you.